In a dense forest, there lived a small, energetic, and clever squirrel. The squirrel loved climbing trees and playing among the branches. But the most important thing for him was gathering and storing acorns for the winter. One day, while the squirrel was collecting acorns, he came across a large and beautiful acorn under a huge tree. The squirrel decided to save this acorn in a special way because it was the most beautiful and largest acorn he had found all season. The squirrel decided to bury the acorn in a special and safe place under an old tree to preserve it for the winter when food would be scarce. He worked hard, digging a small hole and carefully burying the acorn, then covering the spot with leaves to hide it from view. Time passed, winter came, and the squirrel relied on the acorns he had gathered and stored. However, one day, the squirrel felt very hungry and remembered the large acorn he had hidden under the old tree. The squirrel ran to the spot where he had buried the acorn, but when he dug it up, he didn't find the acorn. He began to feel anxious and worried, as he was counting on that acorn for extra food during the winter. After a long search, the squirrel discovered that the acorn he had buried had grown into a small seedling. Instead of finding food, the squirrel found a small oak tree growing. The squirrel realized that this small tree would grow over time and produce many acorns in the future. The squirrel learned an important lesson about patience and the importance of long-term planning. Although he didn't get the immediate food he was expecting, he knew that his efforts would pay off in the future with a large oak tree that would produce many acorns. The story teaches us the importance of patience and planning for the future. It also highlights the idea that the efforts we make today may not bear immediate fruit, but they can yield significant and beneficial results in the future.